Welcome to the Hunter Report. I'm your host, Hunter R. Paris. And this is a vlog. It's a blog. Try to do as much writing as possible for the stuff that I say. Today's topic, sitting is a disease. And I really mean this. For the better part of the last 10 years, I've been making my living writing software. Now this means sitting at a desk in most traditional offices, although some of them these days are employing standing desks, and I'm a huge fan. But over the last 10 years, my posture has really suffered. And notice how I just got really self-conscious about that, and I'm actually standing up straighter. Not only did my posture get bad, but my heart rate bad. I could literally feel the calcification, the cholesterol building up in my arteries. I just had so much pent-up energy. I had a really negative memory, actually. One job was really conscious. They vocalized, they said, you need to be sitting in your desk more. That caused really bad, memories, because I always feel guilty when standing up, especially in some kind of office place where people are sitting down. But I think that there is no correlation between the amount of time you spend at a desk and the amount of work that gets done. If it's all about managing expectations, if you say what you're going to do and you do it, under promise, over deliver, you're gonna be just fine. So you can, that works with giant, year-long, multi-million-dollar projects. And I've been part of those too. That was not the sitting company. That was another project. I've actually built a little makeshift standing desk. It's super embarrassing, but I'm also proud of it because I built it. And by build, I mean, here you go. Stacked some bags on top of a desk just to get the height right. Notice I have a foam pad down here. I have black socks, so you can't see that, but here's my coffee. I'm really happy. So this is my home setup. I'm really happy with it. And when I go out, my preferred kind of working place to work, place to write my code, place to edit this video, doing digital tasks is in a coffee shop. And not just one coffee shop. I will pick a shop with a standing desk. If there's no standing desk at the shop, I probably won't go in the shop to work. So there's a lot of them here in New York City. I live in Brooklyn. Actually, I moved away from Brooklyn, but I commute to Brooklyn. I go into Manhattan as little as possible. I don't enjoy it. I was born there, so I feel like I'm entitled to do what I want. Anyway, I stand at a desk and get some work done, and then it's whenever I get antsy, I switch shops. I will walk around. I might have a bite for lunch. And I feel really productive when I do this. Not only do I get my heart going, do I have a natural break in the middle of my work to sort of let my thoughts collect, which is really key in this digital age. It's really, you can burn out really easily, working too much, 8 hours in one day, 12 hours in one day, you could really burn out. And you can be just as productive working a lot less if you have the right people surrounding you and the right focus with your ideas. And this all came about because a year ago I was coding, doing the entrepreneurship thing 12 hours a day last winter. I was sitting cross-legged style, which is a comfortable way to sit. I was really into the project. It was my own company. It was called Make Album Art. I was sitting 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day for the most part of the day, and my stomach muscles got really weak. So spring rolls around, and like I can't wait to get back into the spring groove, to get my heart pumping, my blood pumping, you know, just get a good sweat on. So with the stomach muscles being weak, I went running and I tore a groin muscle, and that like still is with me 7 months from now. It was a serious long-term injury. I am recovering, so don't worry. And I blame it on sitting. So now I sit as little as possible. I hate it when there's shows where you have to sit, and I think this all gets back to that age, maybe 100 years ago, 200 years ago, where we did more subsistence living, you know, hunting, gathering, farming, you know, working with your hands instead of working, you know, putting your mind ideas into computers, right? Computer code, you know, website design, graphic design, video production, stuff like that. So like when you're back 100 years ago, you know, working in the field, or maybe being a carpenter or a butcher or whatever, you know, you're gonna be tired. So yeah, you probably want to sit. I mean, I definitely know that. I've done service industry jobs. I worked in a restaurant. So yeah, you definitely want to sit when you've been on your feet for 8 to 10 hours a day. But you know, in the whole office category of working, you have to like figure out ways to deal with the fact that there are some times where you need to be in one spot, or relatively in one spot. And you know, my whole coffee shop circuit thing, I feel works great for me. And you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, I stand. That's that for the standing, sitting is a disease segment. It really is. Get your blood pumping, get your heart going, get your standing desks. And it's okay to, you know, go out of the office, go to a coffee shop, hang out there for a little bit, get some work done, and just switch it up, you know, hustle, make moves, and be happy. So thanks a lot. Please subscribe below, leave comments below, hit me up on Twitter, whatever else on the Hunter Report, and thank you very much. Have a good day.